And y'all saw Ari Spears try to come at Brother Ariza a little bit, defending
What, vaccine?
DL Hughley.
Oh,
We live?
yeah, we going live now, baby.
No, we already live.
Oh, you see?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're located in the world. Today we back. Today we're talking about Vax To School. And we'll be live shortly. All right. I'm one of your hosts. I'm a grindaholic.
What's up?
Ollie Dantes Robinson. And to my left, Butterfly Bully. State your name, state your claim.
I'm Rhonda Brown, aka Rhonda Rights Official, aka the Butterfly Bully. And below me, we got Curtis G. Martin.
He is currently in stasis. But tonight's show, we are be talking about Vax that thing up, as I explained. Well, Vax to School.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, Juvenile got us with that, man. I can't even explain it. So we're starting to see around the country that they're doing mandatory vaccines in a lot of places. How do you feel about it right now?
I don't agree with it at all. Very vocal in my opinion that I don't agree with it. I think it should be a personal choice. I don't think it should be the government telling us what we have to do with our bodies.
It's my body. I can do what I want.
Right, because where are they going to stop? And then it's not even tested.
But a lot of people arguing, oh, you got to get vaccinated. You got to get this, that, and the third. But, and again, y'all know how I feel about the shit. I don't believe in it. I don't believe that the Creator created a fragile body and it breaks down because of nature. Nah, I think what they're doing is these people are starting to do some Frankenstein type of bull jive, and it's leaving people weak.
Right. And with the mandatory.
Hey, Tamara.
With the mandatory vaccinations like that, I mean, they're making it mandatory. Like, people are having to quit their jobs because how are they going to force you to do something? You know, like I was saying the other day, are they going to like start smacking donuts out of diabetics' hands because they're hurting their bodies and they could possibly die from it? No.
Man, it's crazy. I mean, like, I'm offering free hamburgers and french fries if you vax that thing up. You know what I mean?
Right. You're offering McDonald's. Come on now. Are you serious? Of all things, I'll give you some free McDonald's to take this vaccination. That's like, here, you can pick, I'll give you one poison if you take this poison over here. Like,
Yeah.
no, I'm good. I don't want damn one of them.
Essentially, what they're saying is they want you to go ahead and be comfortable taking the shot. And that's where everyone is coming up, and some people have differences of opinion on. And I just saw another case recently where a husband and wife disagreed, and the wife had some power, so she ended up getting the husband committed to a mental hospital because he didn't agree with having the children vaccinated. And because they
I would be getting divorced. Because if she's doing that over a vaccination, what is she going to do if he's put on life support and she has to actually make a decision? That would let me know right there, like, she going to pull the plug. She ain't going to give me no kind of chance.
We did all we could do.
Right. No. I don't mind people having their own opinions. Like, you can get the shot, you can not get the shot. I don't care. Just don't force your stuff on me. I'm sorry, Trash. What were you saying?
Now they have an argument now. They have an argument that if you don't get vaccinated, then you will be a person that's taking up a space in the hospital room or anything else if you do get sick. So it's an argument on both sides. It's an argument on both sides because it's a lot of people sick and they're not making it home. It's a lot of people that are sick that's not making it home. So I really am taking COVID seriously. And I don't know about anybody else, but me personally, I think it's a very strange how so many people are just perishing behind this disease. And it's kind of odd that no one's really talking about how they're perishing.
Yeah. How are they perishing? Like, is it because of not having the correct information?
Or is it pre-existing conditions?
Pre-existing conditions.
Because if you look at the numbers for heart attacks and heart disease and, every other thing, all the numbers have gone down and everything is COVID now.
Yeah. And they're getting paid for some of the shit to say COVID.
But it's
all
also
of it.
Because COVID is attacking some of these people's respiratory system that are, and their immune systems are already compromised. So yeah, a lot of these people are passing away, and it's due to COVID, but it's because they have underlying issues that they were dealing with anyway. A lot of them, but some people aren't. Some people were young and healthy, and once it hit them, it just took them down. So COVID's really serious. I've seen it from both sides. So me personally, I'm on the fence. I look at it like this, and I understand what they're saying COVID is and what the shot is supposed to do. But my problem is when you see the number of people who are still going to the hospital with COVID shots, so it's not preventing us from getting COVID.
There's still people dying from COVID that have had the vaccination. So what does it do? They still have to wear a mask. They're still getting sick. They're still dying. What's the vaccination do? You're forcing me to get it. Why?
Don't worry about it. Don't you need to get the vaccine because it's gonna protect you.
From what?
See, the COVID-19, what you need to do is get the shot, and then you can go get a hamburger and French fries.
That's gonna make you even sicker.
See, you're forgetting about that. You remember when you was a child, you used to go get the Happy Meal and you used to be satisfied. So this vaccine will satisfy you if you take the shot.
I mean, like I said, I get it.
They'll talk you in circles. That's all they'll fucking do is talk you in circles, tell you to get the shot. But they're not telling you for what. It doesn't cure. It doesn't prevent. It's not FDA approved. And they fast tracking a lot of this bullshit. And then it's a one size fits all.
And we all know nothing is one size fits all. But my thing is, I don't even care. Like, you want to get the vaccine. Don't force it on people that don't want to.
Look, it's a money play behind this, to me. That's all.
And that's what I don't understand either. Where are they getting all this money from? Because they're giving it away for free. They're paying people to do it. They're offering students $7,000 scholarships to get vaccinated. They're doing all kind of drawings for people to get vaccinated. $10,000 to get vaccinated. And then you're giving away the vaccination for free in the U.S. and in other countries. Where in the hell are you getting all this money from?
Use a fine mother. Yo, vax that thing up.
Like, I'm not understanding.
What is you playing with? Vax that thing up. Nah. If you want to get.
What you finna say, Trash? He like holding his tongue. Like, go ahead and say it. I don't.
Trash and deep thought.
Look, everybody got their own opinion, so I'm ready. I ain't taking a shot.
My opinion doesn't differ from yours, and that's the thing about it. Like, it's not that I disagree with anyone's opinion. My personal opinion is, I don't want to. I stay out of business that's not mine. You understand me? Like, we do what we have to do to take care of ours over here. This is a lot of we got problems on one of the things that we got problems. But the solution is staying the hell out of business that ain't none of ours. We know what it is. We take care of our kids. You know what I mean? We make sure we keep our health intact. We do everything we got to do to stay healthy and out of the way. You know what I mean? I'll be the first one to say COVID was the first time that everybody got a time to sit down, get back to your families and start cooking and start eating right and taking care of yourself and getting your life together. COVID was the first time everybody took a chance to sit down and reset. So, you know, I know what I deem important. And do I deem saying that it's a conspiracy going on, or are they trying to get everybody vaxxed up for a reason? I know they're trying to get everybody vaccinated for the reason. But how are we protecting ourselves as far as what's going on with what they're trying to force us into? Because a lot of this stuff is now in California, they're mandating all teachers to get COVID shots, their vaccination before they can go back in the classroom and teach. You know what I mean? Do you agree with them forcing a teacher, or we might lose some of our good teachers because they don't believe in vaccinations?
Hell, we might lose our teachers if they do get vaccinated.
And that's the same with like the nursing, the people that work in hospitals. They've been working there the whole pandemic, even without a vaccination. But now you're going to force them to get it, even though they've been working this whole time. So now it's like they're going to be unemployed because, hell, they know what it is. They're not going to get it. A lot of them won't get it.
Never gonna get it, never gonna get it. Woo, 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 woo.
I don't know. I just don't think the government should force us to do anything. Like, where are they going to stop?
And then you got to think about this. If they're allowed to run, if they're allowed to do this, what's next? I'm sorry, yeah. Kurt. Go ahead.
I agree. I think they should be able to do their testing. They should be able to do their testing if they want to, but they shouldn't make people get a vaccine, right? Like that's crazy to me. If you want to test me because I'm working in your facility or I'm in a facility, then that's your right. But you can't make me stick something in my body.
If it's a private company,
so I think on the other side, though,
if it's a private company, they can. If it's public, they don't have to. But if they're private, they can make you do whatever they want to do, or they don't have to keep you employed. And that's the hard part to accept.
So and that, Well, that's the thing now. So what we do, we gotta basically like it's time. The time is now to start building our own shit and having our own shit, so we don't depend, right? Like if we didn't learn that last year, then we should definitely know now.
Right. And that's why I'm like, there, but I mean, I still don't see how they even justify it. You know?
I mean, even any business, any institution on American soil, they should not have the right to make you do any fucking thing.
Right. I mean, would they make somebody get an abortion? No. Like, I don't understand how they justify getting a shot with some numbers that they made up, something that they can't even prove works, that's been proven to do nothing anyway. But they're going to force people to take it.
But then on the other hand, when you got all of these people sick, and all you need is one kid to come up sick or be exposed, and you have an outbreak. How do you
Well,
look
shit.
at that? So, you know what I mean? It works both ways, and that's how it goes. It's a contagion. So we have to be very aware about like how you're exposing each other and who you're around, because all it takes is one person to get sick and then the whole building, the whole room is under like a protocol and everybody needs each other. So we're up against some real issues here. It's not like it's not an issue, and everybody's terrified.
Yeah, everybody's terrified because of what they see in the news. If they actually put out the accurate numbers for things, people might not be so scared. But when they're doctoring the numbers, and that's all you see is the death toll rising.
They need to put the numbers out there the way they need to put the numbers out there so they can make sure they have everything moving in the direction they need it to move. It's not by mistake, I don't think.
Yeah, but if the numbers don't project what they're trying to accomplish, like, oh, these people didn't get sick because of this, it's not because of the COVID, then they had a standstill because they got all this vaccine stuff, and if the narrative is not COVID intensified, that's a lot of money that's wasted, you know, because ain't nobody getting the shots because they know it ain't about shit. If they really said what this is.
And that's, I know we did a live early, and the girl said she worked at the CDC in the scheduling department for getting the vaccine. And she said nobody was calling, which I don't blame them. I mean, I know there's a lot of people that are rushing to get it because of what they see on the media, and they're scared. And, you know, the government has pushed their agenda on what they're doing. But like I said, I don't care. You get the shot, don't get the shot. Like, don't force it on me, though. I don't care. Like, don't try and force me to do something I don't want to do. Like, it should be left up to each individual. Just like when you get, like, if I were to get pregnant and decide, like, oh, do I want to keep it or do I not? Like, that's my choice at the end of the day. It should be the same with the shot.
But see, now what they're trying to say is the issue is someone catching COVID, right? That's the hard part that they're trying to get a hold of, and that's what they're trying to say is the issue more or less.
So what you got going on, Kurt?
Well, one of my wife's friends, a teacher, actually a principal, and she said some of the teachers are having a hard time, but they basically finna be jobless. You know what I mean? So it's sad, but the way I look at it, like, I got a plan for me. Like, if we have to totally get up out their system, then my sister got a big enough house that'll support my mom's, her husband, me, and my kids, right? When I think about my mom's got a house that's sitting, we'll sell my house, use that money to start doing some shit on our own, right? Like it's time to unplug. You know, for the teachers, they can get together now and open up their own institution and do it live on Zoom. Just like they was doing on Zoom for the whole 2020, right? They could start doing it on Zoom. I saw somebody post something like that, said like, hey, if you're a teacher and you want to start making some money, look at the kids that really need somebody to teach them. Get you about 20 kids, and then all they really need, if you look at some of the successful programs around the world, they don't need 8 hours, right? There's some places that only doing 2 hours worth of training, and then that's it for schooling, and their countries are doing better than our country when it comes to education.
Mm-hmm.
Probably because the kids don't have to sit there for 8 hours being bored, stuck on the same subject all day. 2 hours and they know they're done, and they can actually do hands-on stuff, because kids weren't made to just sit in one spot for 8 hours.
Yep.
Having to raise their hand to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
It's hard for them to learn that way.
All of that.
If you do the research, the studies show that, especially our boys, we have a really, really hard time sitting there being submissive under those bell schedules and everything that they have set up for. So our boys don't do well. Our girls have a better chance at it, but it's not designed for how our little young boys are basically wired to sit around in the classroom. They don't work well with it.
Yeah, and that's all I'm like, you know, even if, because I know like some of the colleges and stuff here are mandating the vaccine too. And it's like my oldest daughter's in her last year of college, and she already said if they try and make me take it, I just won't go this year. And that shouldn't even have to be a choice.
You're not allowed in the dorm rooms unless you have a vaccination. That's how the colleges.
That's the thing. You're not allowed on campus. You can't go to school unless you have it.
Yeah, they finna do the whole thing like you can't have no resources. They don't want you in their stores. They don't want you in their stadiums. They don't want you nowhere, right? Which I kind of don't have a problem with it. Right, I really don't have a problem with it, because I think anytime they do shit like this, for us, it's gonna be somebody that's gonna team up and come out of this really good. Like, you get organizations that's born out of this, right? But if we don't come together to do some things, then we'll be left behind again, right? Because everybody, like, for the welfare, people gonna start taking it. You cut their welfare off, you cut their Section 8 off, people gonna start taking it. Right, same thing. You can't go to school. People gonna start taking it. Now, when are we gonna like say, you know what? I'm finna school at home. Hey, I can take 10 kids with what I'm doing, right? And now them 10 people pay you. Somebody else do it, and we can build our own communities, right? Like we got to be self-sustained anyway, because they running us out of every community we in right now. If you really look at that too, right? Like, and I know the COVID thing ain't really a white and black thing, but for us, it's gonna put us behind the 8 ball for sure. Cause not only is it COVID, we black, so you got to deal with both, right? And then on top of that, they starting a war with the vax and the unvax, right? Like, you know, for the teachers, I know this about the teachers, right? But why the teachers can't do something to where they teaching the kids from a screen, right? Like, I think what the kids need more is they can learn from a screen, but they didn't get enough breaks. You can't sit a kid in front of a computer and just teach them all day either, right? You can't sit them in a classroom and just teach them all day. The system needs to be different anyway, right? Like my kids' school is doing no mandatory vaccines, but they doing testing. The teachers have to test, but they go to a private school, so it's a lot different. So, you know, I don't know. It's rough. It's getting rough. But we still buying Benzes and we still buying Nikes and shit, right? We ain't thinking about the right shit. I was listening to this guy, Ari Spears, today, and he was defending D.L. Hughley. And at the same time, he was kind of half-ass comedian, but he halfway joking, talking about show me some facts on all the information y'all telling me. He like the bow tie brother, the RZA, he was clowning, right? And I'm sitting here saying, like, you really don't have no facts on what you're taking. And then some of the stuff I've been seeing, like dudes taking perks, dudes drinking liquor, dudes eating McDonald's, you doing all this and then won't take the vaccine, right? So my point ain't saying take the vaccine. My point is saying we should be living healthier. Like when I hear all this, the message for me is eating healthier, taking vitamins, getting minerals, getting in the sun, being out in the outdoors, right? Breathing in some good air, exercising. Do all that as a family and you'll be happier and live happier.
And healthier.
And then start teaching your kids and start teaching your own kids, right? Like I know they teach my kids some shit, and first thing they teach them is about Christopher Columbus, right? So we got to deprogram all of that, right? It ain't just about this vaccine, right? We got to step up and do something majorly different as far as teaching, because they finna shut us out of the schools if you don't get your kids the vaccine. And as they get everybody a vaccine, then they're going to go for the healthy kids to get the vaccine. Then they're going to say they got one for the sick kids, right? And then it's going to be for the babies. Then it's going to be for the pregnant people. So eventually everybody gets the vaccine.
Well, they announced the other day that there was one that was safe for pregnant women, even though they've been saying this whole time that it causes birth defects.
See, and that's the thing. Like I really respect the brother RZA Islam, because when you look at the facts he provides, and he's in contact with people from the CDC, he's in contact with scientists, he's in contact with doctors and lawyers, and he's on this movement, and then they trying to shut him down, right? But then they let him back, right? But for some reason they keep shutting him down. But if you let him back, that means he didn't do anything wrong, right?
Exactly.
So he's preaching the truth, but they can't keep up with the lies, so they shut down the truth.
Yep.
Anything that's not complimentary to their narrative, they're going to shut down.
And that's why it's like I want to know what their end goal is. I really do. I want to know why. I want to know what their why is.
Yeah, hey, that's what's crazy. That's the craziest thing, sitting here trying to figure out like what's next, right? Like you know you get all these, like, some of the shit ain't true. I get it that some of the shit we hear probably ain't true, right?
Right.
It's gonna change our DNA. Off their Wi-Fi when they hear that fucking COVID.
Yeah, things always things always
Can y'all
start
still hear
acting
me?
funny. Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, cool.
We can hear you loud and clear, my brother.
I can't.
Yeah, but I definitely want to know what's their end goal, right?
Yeah, and that's what I'm just like, they're paying people to take a free vaccine. Why? Like, if you got all this money and you talking about Social Security going to end in what, 4 or 5 years, something like that. Like, why is that going to end? But you got all this money to pay all these people to take this free vaccine.
Why?
Yeah. Like, come on now.
But
there's a lot of people that won't think about it.
It ain't just one country they trying to protect. So if they was trying to protect somebody, it seemed like it'd be one country. They trying to get the whole world to take this shit.
Right. And that's what I'm like, you not only are you giving the people in the US the free shot, you're shipping it to other countries too and giving it to them for free.
That you don't care nothing about.
And who knows which one is a bad batch?
All of them are bad batches. Shit.
I'm talking about that shit that.
Me too.
Yeah, no, yeah, I don't know. It's rough, you know. I just took a protein shake before I come up in here in the stadium, right? Like, I don't know. They could be spraying shit on the top of us when they want us to get that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like, and you see it with the chemtrails and shit like that. They could be spraying this shit to make the numbers, make all this shit go up.
And that's the thing. Here's my thing. Okay, if you give it to me, I'm not going to be inclined to take the shot because now I done had it. I'm immune to it for a certain amount of time. So, I mean, your body naturally builds up antibodies.
And that's the thing, like, really fucking gets me. Like, who was better than the creator? We've been around on this fucking planet over millions of years, and just in the last 100 years since y'all been tinkering in the motherfucking labs, now we need y'all. We need this shit to survive now. You know what I'm saying? We need them to make us feel good. You know what I'm saying? We need them to inject us with their poisons so we can live.
Hey, but that's the thing, though, man. I mean, you think about it. God-given water, right? They selling us the water that God gave us.
And you'll go to jail if you catch the fucking rain.
Yeah.
Right. That's crazy to me.
Hey, look, this was they told out here we can't water our grass, right? But they'll give you rain buckets to catch water to water your grass, but don't you get to drinking no water. Don't get no bright ideas. You got to pay for this water. We'll let you save some to water your grass, but you can't save some to drink.
I mean, that's the shenanigans about, like, everything that's on the planet that you need to survive. They didn't somehow put a price tag on this shit.
And they're gonna keep doing it.
That's everything with a price tag.
That's they already sell air in a can.
They're selling space. They're selling land in outer space already. Like, this shit is ridiculous. Like, how are you selling something that you don't even own?
They already talk about colonizing Mars and colonize. Like, how dare you? Like, the fucking aliens.
They already playing like they done stuck flags up there. They ain't even been up there, man. I don't think they've been up there. All that shit fake. I'm gonna tell you, I saw the best meme in the world, right? They had the men on the moon, and it was a bunch of them in their shit, and the moon was in the back of them in the background.
Yeah, I really I don't know how long it's gonna take. It probably won't be long before we find out what their why is, but it's gonna be like right in front of our face. Like, there's no way you can ignore it.
Watch in the next 20 years when the documents become available for public, just like COINTELPRO and all of that stuff. Watch in the next 20 years, we're gonna see the same fucking thing.
But you know what else we're gonna see? You know them commercials that be like,
if you took the COVID shot.
Exactly. You'll have a lawsuit. And it's like, okay, well, now there's even more money for COVID.
Would you experiment?
I think the end game is that why it might be that shit that Bill Gates was talking to the CIA about keeping terrorists, like what the shit will do to you. It was something about once you get injected, then you won't have that. It messes with your body the way you won't have that feeling to have an uprising. You won't do nothing. So I don't know how true it is, but it's something going on. It ain't just I need you to take this vaccine. All of a sudden they care about me. You care about me and all my people. You care about me and all my people. Wipe these old bullshit felonies off all us that you gave us.
Exactly. But that's not gonna happen.
all of the crimes against humanity and shit.
That's gonna cost them some money.
All the crimes against
Yeah, you
humanity
really
that these
care.
companies are doing.
You really care. Let's race from the starting line, not you at the line and on a 100-yard dash. Let's go from the 1-yard line
Exactly.
together.
But we already know that's not gonna happen either. That's why I really want to know what their end game is.
What is the fucking
But
end
I know
game?
it's not nothing good for us.
It's never no.
So
No.
when we saw something, I saw something years ago that said that you can be injected with something, and then like medication, right? And then as you need your medication, it'll feed you a little bit of it, right? So can poison be the same thing? And then when I need to off you, I can just open up the poison, right?
It
It's so much
definitely
shit.
can.
Yeah, it's so much shit this shit can be, but by us not trusting this government from the shit they've been doing for years and years, like you only can think about it and think that something's wrong, right? Like we can't even trust you to think that you would help us.
Because you've proven to us over the years that that's not your MO.
History.
And history, I mean, if you know history, you know the future. So we have good reason to not trust what they're giving us.
But you know what's even crazier though, man? The way social media works now, you can be tricked into being tricked, right? Like it's
It is, but I mean, at the end of the day, you have to do your own research. And you got to have some kind of common sense. Curtis, you keep going out. I'm not trying to talk over you, but you go in and out.
I know. I saw that when I went out. Hey, but look, if you go read like some of the posts or any post, you can read a bullshit post, and you'll see that people take sides right out the bat, like not even having no knowledge of what they're talking about. They just take sides. They start yelling facts. Oh, no, I'm with such and such. Oh, you asshole, you don't know this. Like, we just take sides quick.
Right, and that's the thing. Like, and that's what I like about this is because we can actually have a conversation about it. Like, we may not all agree, but we can actually have a conversation, and we're explaining our point of view, and we're actually holding a conversation about it instead of just like, oh no, like, you know, dismissing the other person. It's like you got to have some kind you have to be able to speak for yourself and be able to listen to somebody else's point of view without taking sides.
Yeah, and I'm cool. I'm for anybody taking. I'm cool with you, right? But just know this: like people that took the vaccine can still get COVID. People that didn't can get COVID, right? Like you can't. Like this is my thing though. Don't take the vaccine and still eat all that unhealthy shit, thinking you immune to the shit, right? That's my biggest point. Like don't not take the vaccine because you think it's a hoax and you still doing all the bullshit you're doing. Right now, it's time that we should be exercising. We should be taking vitamins and minerals. We should be teaching. We should be meditating. We should be doing all the things that we should have been doing hundreds of years ago.
Grounding.
Exactly. And if we do all them things, we don't even need a vaccine, and it'll cure a bunch of other shit too.
It'll cure a bunch of other shit too, right? Like if we eat right. So I saw something talking about
I know
that we were stopping like we would save so much on water because most of the water go to feed the fucking cows, for the cows to drink water, right? Then they talk about all the cows that we eat. They the ones polluting the motherfucking earth for global warming.
Oh,
right. So it's so much to this shit like that people don't talk about.
Yeah.
And then they quickly tell us we need protein from an animal, right? when you wonder where the animal get its protein from the fucking grass.
Yeah.
And when I was doing my research about being a vegan, I was like, okay, so being a vegan, they were saying I'm gonna need protein. And what I found that I ain't gonna be lacking protein not eating meat. What I was gonna be lacking was vitamin B, because vitamin B actually comes from the soil that the cow eats when he eating the grass. So immediately I started taking a vitamin B supplement, right? Like, so it's a lot of shit they don't tell us, right? Like, the cow is getting his protein from the grass.
Well, that's like drinking milk. For so long they used to tell us the milk, you get vitamin D from the milk.
Get strong bones.
You get strong bones, but you kind of find out it's like the total fucking opposite. You get osteoporosis and all kinds of shit.
Now I will say this:
that shit is made from fucking pus.
Regular chocolate milk for an athlete, depending on what you're doing with your body. Everybody is different. Everybody not doing the same
Look,
thing.
it's not natural.
Like my son, he's an athlete. My son's an athlete. He needs certain things for his muscles to develop. You got to remember that everybody is different. Some people are at different stages in their life and they doing different stuff. So, and this is coming from me, who's a vegan. It's just my son isn't a vegan, so I have to make sure I'm putting him upon the proper regimens to make sure his body is growing healthy and developing healthy. So,
what I'm saying is,
it's just about doing the proper.
Make it make sense.
Milk is one of the best thing you can give any athlete after they get done recovering from running or playing.
You said milk?
I'm just keeping it on. Chocolate milk. That's one of the best things you can give for an athlete recovering.
Is it the chocolate or is it the milk? Is it the actual milk?
It's both. It's a combination of both.
But you can get the same supplement.
A lot of it.
But I'm saying,
not in everything. Not in everything. Some of the stuff you need. Some of the stuff you need.
You can get the same saturated fats.
So look at this.
Vitamin D's and the nourishments.
You gotta look
don't
at this
necessarily
though,
have to get it from milk.
You can, and I agree with you on that. Especially if you're an adult and you're not trying to train your body to go through like high school football or college football. But if you put in some of these kids that are going through some of these barbarian sports, and a lot of our athletes are, and they're putting their body out there, you best believe you better recover these kids, right? Because if you don't put the right stuff into these athletes' body, you're going to tear them down. And a lot of kids trying to go plant-based or something, but then they're trying to go be regular kids. It's not healthy.
Hey, look, so the way it made sense for me was Dr. Sebi said, if we're supposed to be still drinking milk, our mother would still be producing it for us, right? Like, once she started producing milk, it was because you needed that type of nutrients, right? And then once God knew that you wasn't supposed to need that no more, she stopped producing it. That made sense for me, and I gave it up.
It does. I mean, it's the same with animals too. They start out with milk, and then you just give them water. They're cool with it. They don't drink milk after that.
Hey, but see, here's the thing. They make the cow stay pregnant.
Right, and that's where all the pus come from.
And they put them in rape machines.
Ugh. Right.
Yeah, no, it's a cold game, man.
It's a cold game.
It's a cold game, right?
And then the milk industry or the dairy industry, they go on Capitol Hill, they got lobbyists and shit. You know what I'm saying? You tell me, like, you suck on the tit of a fucking animal. You can go get rat milk. You can go get dog milk. You know what I'm saying? Goat milk.
Hey, look, this what's crazy about the lobbyists too, right? The lobbyists be the politicians. Once the politicians, the people be fed up with a politician, he become the lobbyist against the same laws that he was fighting for. Right, so he know how to beat them now, and then he get his people in and make more money. Right, it's just a game, man. Like we got to learn how to play, man. We got to learn how to play, man.
Right. But that just, I mean, we can talk all day on the
food.
The meat and the food, but at the end of the day, Oh, go ahead, Curtis. Oh, and then he froze.
Hey, I wasn't for the whole separation thing at first, but I think it should be, right? Like, that's gonna be the only way we can like know that people gonna leave us alone, right? And then on top of that, man, like these people that get to a certain point in life to where they comfortable and then they willing to push anything on us, it's like crazy. Like, really, D.L. Hughley, man, has got me like totally like, what's going on with this dude, man? Like it's not even your job to push that. Like, you're not looking out for nobody by saying take this vaccine, right?
Well,
like, I could see if he was saying like giving side for both sides, right? If he giving some info for both sides, then I can see it. He just he's like Fox News. He just puts one side.
He been on suspect mode for a hot minute now. Like, the elections, he not like when we was talking about let's hold our vote and make one of the sides do something for our community. No, we just got to get Trump out. We got to do this. Nah, bro. We need to sit down with both parties and say, hey, if you want our block of the vote, let's do this. You know what I'm saying? Let's ride with this. He been suspect, man.
Yeah, we don't have a party.
Yeah, we don't need a party. We just, hey, who gonna do for us? Just like when they have the Latinos and they have, you know, the alphabet community, when they need things done, they get things written in law. For us, they want to.
The alphabet community.
Yeah, I'm like, for us, they want to dance and, you know, do the trumpets and all that shit, and say, I got hot sauce in my purse. Vote for me.
Yeah, ain't that some shit?
And you ain't black if you don't vote for me.
And they did nothing for us.
You ain't black if you ain't have.
That's because they know who holds the majority of the votes. The only people that don't know that is us.
Yo. And then they telling us we 13% of the population. I think it's more than that.
Here. No, they're 12 to 13% of the population.
Yeah.
Hey, everything being taught to us in reverse, man.
Right.
I totally believe that. All you got to do is make it sound good and make sense for me. I'll do the rest on my own for his research.
Exactly. And that's the thing.
Sound good, and I'm going to go research it.
I'm going to lie to you, make it sound fly to you.
And that's why I'm like,
cool
everybody needs to do their research.
Because I'm a researcher.
But a lot of people want it done for you. They want microwave. You ain't microwaving this shit. If you don't microwave it and give it to me, that's why if you don't give it to me in, what is it, 30 seconds, 60 seconds, shit, it better be less than 60 seconds. If I don't see it come across my motherfucking
that's
social
why
media,
we easily fooled.
Yeah.
That's why we easily fooled, because we find somebody we trust and we'll take any information they say without fact checking it.
And that's the thing. We need to start fact checking. We need to start using some common sense and researching for ourselves instead of just taking everything at face value. That's why we've been getting bamboozled for all these years, because they know we ain't gonna go look.
Yep. Ain't nothing wrong with having a good debate group, like coming in with a topic and then just running with it and knowing the information, and then you might say something, I go like, damn, I didn't even think about that. Let me go look that up. Right? That makes sense. Because some can totally not make sense to me, and I can go research it, and I can be on board with it because I did my own research, right? I could be off on, like even for the vaccine. If I did some research and I saw, like, okay, all these non-vaccinated people turning into zombies, okay, now something going on here. Hey, man, you had the vaccine, then you turn into a zombie, then I know, man, maybe we should be taking that vaccine, right? But when all them other motherfuckers turning the vaccine, okay, what do we do? Okay, I don't take it, right? Like, give me some information that I can go look at myself that makes sense. And for me, all these vaccinations they've been giving us over the years, and then when you look at people like I Am Surviving Vegan. Her kids ain't being vaccinated, right? And they doing good and healthy. What's my man name? He the closest thing to Dr. Savior to me. Damn.
Layla
Dr.
Africa?
No, not Dr. Africa. The youngster. They got the young guy. Damn, I can't think his name. I follow his ass too.
Yoking.
No, he just had a baby recently and delivered his own baby.
Yeah, you're gonna have to bring that name
Y'all don't
up.
follow him?
You talking about? Is he from DG's group?
Yeah. Well, he was. He came on and spoke, I think, once. Anyway, I'll think his name in a minute, but shit.
It's crazy, man. Like
somebody got a drone over here tripping. They gonna get in trouble.
It's not in the correct airspace.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, with this vaccination shit, like at the end of the day, it should be our choice. If you're not taking, I mean, even if you do take it, you still need to take care of yourself. You need to start eating healthy. You need to start taking vitamins and minerals because, and if you get COVID, stay your ass at home. It's as simple as that. But we got to start doing research.
Research.
And seeing what's best for us and our families, our children. Because at the end of the day, you know, your children are looking at you like, you know, dang, you made me take this, but you bought me McDonald's after. Like, you know, they're going to grow up one day and they're going to know what you did.
Everything going to come back full circle.
And they're going to be like, dang, mama, why you do that to me?
Why you didn't know about this?
Right.
You was in school. You should have been learning too.
Right. Well, it's like, I mean, even with this now, there's a bunch of people that said, like, hey, if my children have to be vaccinated, I'm not sending them to school.
Yeah.
And I don't blame them. And I actually think that might be the best thing for them. Homeschooling is always the best. You get one-on-one attention. You don't have to sit there for 8 hours. You don't have to be stuck in the same spot because a few students aren't as fast learners as you are.
And here's the crazy part. Everybody be like, oh, they won't be able to communicate with the world and they won't be able to.
That's why you take them to parks and museums and different functions
they
outside.
Won't be able to interact with kids and blah, blah, blah. Like, you can take them to the playground. You can take them to, you know, little events and stuff like that. And you know, I got 4 of them things. So y'all can interact with each other. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can build your own little, you know, your own little clubhouse. Y'all can do whatever. But you know, I always ask, how many people do you fuck with from school?
I don't even remember who I went to school with. I probably could name one person I graduated with. I don't know anybody in my graduating class.
Yeah. How many people, like your coworkers? If you're part of a big corporation, you don't interact with all 3,000 people. I mean,
right.
Most people have about at least 5 friends. You can pretty much count all your people on one hand, maybe 2 hands at the most. That you personally call and say, "Hey man, what's going on? What's going on in your life?" Other than that, you're not interacting with thousands of people. I mean, if you got a connection with people.
Just now.
Is this the moment? Is this the moment, y'all?
Yeah, felt like he close.
Curtis, you looking around like he better creep upon you.
No, I'm watching his background look like he's close.
You out front?
Yeah, they definitely, like, you could take children to parks, playgrounds, like museums. They have plenty of chance to interact with other kids. Like in school, you can't interact anyway because the only time you can interact with them is when you go out to recess or at lunch.
Yep.
And any other time if they interact, they get in trouble.
Oh, what'd you say, Kurt?
I couldn't think of that brother's name for nothing. His name Yada.
Oh, Yada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like Yada, man. Yada got some good remedies, man. I use one of his remedies. Hey, Dr. Brazar's stuff worked too, y'all. I just sent my wife's people grabbed some, and the daughter healed up quick. They ain't quite healed yet, but all of them got it. But they all they doing a lot better.
That's
the daughter's
good.
Done with it.
And that's the tea.
Yep. And he said you should just drink the tea often anyway. Like you don't have to drink it, and you probably will never ever get it.
It's just like Chinese,
crazy,
it's just like the Eastern medicines. The Chinese always drinking the green teas.
No, that's what it is. Trust me.
Oh, the black teas.
That's what it is. We should. That's what we.
That's the thing. I got a whole bunch of tea in there, but not I don't buy the bag tea from the store. I get the actual roots and herbs and stuff, and make my own.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what they putting in them tea bags. I don't know. I don't trust nobody like that. Especially, I don't. Look. They be all kind of bugs and spiders, and I don't know what else in there. I'm not doing it.
Hey, another thing about since you brought that up, it's just like the fucking meat. How long that fucking meat sit out on them in the butcher chambers and shit like that?
And how many times they dye it to make it look pink again?
And how many times they spray it?
I'm good on that.
So, I mean, even the fruits and vegetables, that shit sits. But they gotta put a special wax coating.
Unless it's organic. But people don't like it.
Who knows if that shit is organic?
Look, you know it's organic because it go bad quick. You gotta eat within a few days. But I had a bag of apples in my refrigerator that lasted. I had them in there for 3-4 months, and they never did turn. And I'm like, oh, this shit, I am not eating this. I remember the brand. I will never buy this again because that shit ain't right.
Oh. Just think about when all these fruits come from these different countries and stuff like that. How long does it sit? It has to get out fast, like the Chiquita bananas and stuff like that. So they probably pick them green. By the time they get here, they're semi-green to yellow within a week. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a dirty game. Again, people, do your research. We was trying to get this last play, where Curtis G. Martin and Trash Vegan, they meet up at the big stadium there in Los Angeles.
I'm trying not to move because of my signal, but
Trash is moving because his keep going out.
We got Wi-Fi here at the stadium. I'm on the stadium Wi-Fi.
He's not.
Yeah, the signal horrible over here because at my house that's why I have to be by my computer. I'm gonna walk, see if I see him. You see that trailer right there in the front?
I'm just about to come through the metal detector.
It said where you put your bags at. It's a trailer right here in the front on the farm side.
All right, I'm on the other side.
They ain't even close.
Nah, he on the other side of the stadium. He over there.
I don't know if it's halftime or not, but it should be close.
Nah, it's still like quarter.
Is this the first game?
Yeah. preseason, but you know what's
Preseason
crazy?
game.
They got all the preseason games on Saturday. I'm like, shit, so I probably ain't gonna be going to no more. I gotta be at my computer to be on the show. It's the show more important.
Right.
We about to go through the detector, people. Here we go.
It's gonna cut out.
I don't see my guy.
I'm sorry, I had to check.
He going through his security or
He going
something.
through security.
Yeah, I had to check. They took everything off. They wanted watches. They wanted
Belts.
everything. Your first child.
Yeah, he got that bad Wi-Fi.
He sure do. It looks like it's about to be dark there too.
You got the nice settings.
Right. With no Wi-Fi. Oh, we got problems, huh?
What? What you say?
We got problems.
Man. Hey, you heard about that Germany lady? She was giving out saline. Saline.
Saline.
You want to go
Yes.
try to find a seat?
What is it?
You good.
1800?
Yeah, man, that shit was crazy. Like giving out saline, trying to protect the people.
Hey, that's good. She did a good job. She should not have been fired for that. And she actually got jailed, didn't she?
I think so.
I know my daughter saw that. She's like, man, I wish it was me. But it's like, okay, well, how did you find out that she was only given saline instead of the actual shot?
Yeah, so that right there, maybe, you know, there's what you call barcodes and stuff like that. Maybe she didn't dispose of it correctly, or
I mean, any way it goes, like you can, it comes in a vial. You can suck that out and squirt it out or whatever else. Fill a bottle up with saline. You'd be good to go. No, I'm not a nurse. I probably did that shit. Like, nope, I'm not willingly injecting people with this stuff that I don't know work. I don't know what it do.
Yeah, this shit crazy.
No, I'm like, I think it should be left up to the individual person. I don't think you should be mandated for anybody. Like, I mean, if they're gonna mandate this for COVID, what's next?
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna need your left lung. Oh yeah, you're gonna give it up. No, you don't have no say in this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No, we need a kidney from you. Oh no, you don't have a say in this.
And that's the thing. They're gonna have all of our information. We're not gonna have a say in anything. We're just gonna be here. Let them do whatever they want to us. It's like, I'm not going.
Guys, we've been over an hour. We're still waiting to see the trash vegan and Curtis G. Martin make the connection at
And
the
look,
stadium.
if they could get us some good Wi-Fi,
Yeah, I know, right?
one of them lose Wi-Fi, the next one lose Wi-Fi. Trash, dark. Curtis gone.
Flashes of hope.
Right.
Yeah, this shit's so crazy.
No, they left. They must be getting close.
Getting close.
But yeah, I know they, like I said, it's everybody's individual choice on what they want to do. Don't push your agenda on somebody else just because you strongly believe one way or the other. Like, let people be who they want to be. Let them do what they want to do. You get yourself healthy, they get themselves healthy.
And I was watching this show, Z Nation, on Netflix. I followed the show some years ago, but the objective was to get this person to like CDC because this person had antibodies against the zombie apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
So he was bit by a bunch of zombies and stuff, and he had a psychic connection to the zombies, and he can kind of control them. But the whole objective was getting this guy to CDC so they could create a vaccine. So during the journey, other people kept stealing them and shit like that. Some people tried to create a vaccine, and it seemed like it worked. But it ended up being totally fucking opposite. They end up becoming like killer zombies and shit like that.
And that's the thing.
I say this to say this. Is there really a cure for anything?
Yeah, nature has the cure for everything.
Yes.
It's not going to be man-made in some facility somewhere.
Yeah, they always get
in 6 months.
They always get it wrong. Always.
No, I mean, they probably don't get it wrong in their eyes. They probably get it right in their eyes because they're continuing to make money off of that same problem.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this might be a big play for them. Like, ooh, we'll give this away free. We'll pay people to take this because we already know they're going to be permanent customers.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the long play right there. That's what you always have to worry about. So, me not being fast to go get jabbed in the arm, please don't think that I don't believe that it's a real epidemic. But I really don't believe in just being first to go jump on vaccinations and things like that. That's not something that I want to be the first to go do. Let it be around for a few years and show me that it's been working. If I have to go do it and y'all show me where I need to go do it, then okay, I'll go do it. But I'm not going to be the first one to go jump in the first batch that they made a mistake on. And I'm definitely not going to be the first one to jump on the first batch to give it to my kids. And if they say that my kids need this to go back to school, we need to go ahead and reevaluate how this is going to work for schools moving forward.
Yeah, because, I mean, at the end of the day, as long as you got the internet, you can make money.
And you can order groceries.
You can order groceries.
I mean, I don't know how well, because I don't order them online because I know people don't know how to pick out fruits and vegetables, and they'll give you any kind of thing. I'm not doing that. That's mainly what I eat, so I can't do it.
And then you got farmers markets.
Right. But you could also grow for yourself.
Yep. Especially grow for yourself.
And I mean, that'd be the best anyway, because you know where it comes from. Mm-hmm. You know what's in it. You know what it was sprayed with. You know it ain't got no wax over it because you ain't going to put no wax over it.
Mm-hmm. All
so
right.
We just got to get back to nature.
We got Trash Vegan. He is still walking. Yes. We're waiting for the moment for him to touch down.
I don't know what Curtis is. I'm on my feet.
Is he gonna touch down? Maybe. Maybe not.
Hey, Jess.
Inquiring minds would like to know.
They've been looking for each other for like 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
You finally find them? Now the Wi-Fi gonna go out. Watch.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I think this was a needed topic.
Mm-hmm. Say what up? Guess I'm gonna be a homeschooling mama, cause not jabbing my kiddos.
Did he lose his kids again? No, no. Curtis and Trash are at the Rams game, and they're looking for each other. They were trying to do a little surprise meetup, but they haven't been unable to locate each other. So, and their Wi-Fi keeps going out. We'll get one of them, and then we'll have the other one, and then neither one of them will be on.
This shit crazy.
But yeah, I definitely would not give my children the shot either.
Yeah, like
Mine are all grown, so they can make that decision for themselves, and which they have made that decision for themselves. So I don't know. I don't think it should be experimented on with children. Like if you want some volunteers to go ahead, like, ooh, I'll take this shot. And then like 5-10 years from now, then I'll be like, okay, we'll see what happened. I'm not going first. I'm not going second. I'm going to wait. Trash, you got to go call for Curtis over the announcement booth.
if you have a grown ass kid, come to the front.
Just go to security.
Just go to security. If all else fails.
Holy.
Dear
But
Lord,
yeah.
baby Jesus.
Trash, you got to go to security and tell them to announce Curtis's name. They're allowing 16, 17-year-olds to go on their own. They don't even have to be 16 or 17. They're at, what are they, 12 and 13-year-olds that they're saying can go get it without their parents' consent? $100. That's some bullshit.
Shit, $100 can't buy you shit these days.
That is crazy. I know even last year when they were talking about the vaccine and stuff, I would get letters from the schools and they were like, yeah, 12, 13-year-olds don't have to have parents' consent to have it. It's like, when was a 12 and 13-year-old considered an adult?
But
Even
see,
when you're 18,
you're the papilloma one. That's when they passed that. When they did the HPV, the one when they passed that law where 13-year-old girls didn't have to get consent from their parents to get the HPV shot.
And that's not a good vaccination either.
Yeah.
That's the one.
They starting to have.
That's the one they start pushing the issue on. Once they start pushing the issue on that one, yeah. Now when you got COVID that comes where it's for everybody, males and females, yeah, you don't need your parents to consent anymore. Just go ahead and get it done.
That's some bullshit. And that HPV vaccine, that's got plenty of side effects.
And you've been seeing those commercials. If your child has the HPV,
right?
You too can be considered in a lawsuit.
But that's the thing. I don't think they have lawsuits against it now. But there's like some horrible side effects to that were even known back in the day, and now it's just like they're trying to normalize it so people go get it. It's like, come on now, leave people alone. Like, you trying to make like lifelong customers. You already got them because you got a McDonald's on every corner.
Yeah, these people are.
You want to put cartoon characters for every fast food restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, you can't even go to Subway and eat fresh because you don't even know what you're eating.
Yeah, that's a
I still want to know what that tuna was if it wasn't tuna.
Yeah, if it wasn't tuna, it smells like tuna, it looks like tuna. But God damn, how are they doing this? This is amazing.
That was one thing even when I was eating meat, I never thought to think, "Ooh, let me go to Subway and get a tuna sandwich." Like, I never. That's one thing I never ordered out ever.
I tried it. I tried it a couple of times. So basically, they can make just like they make the imitation crab.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So what is that imitation crab made out of?
I don't know.
It's another white fish. Made out of another white fish.
You said it's made out of a what?
It's the white fish that they use. I think it's like a cola, something like that.
I still didn't hear.
You say it's made out of white fish.
Oh,
That's the thing, man. Like they can put certain things, you know, far as yeah, he said it's another white fish. They can make the pallets taste just like the real thing.
well, I know that's what they're. I mean, especially like since I'm
'Cause
vegan, that's what they do with the vegan meat too. And I'll be surprised, like, dang, that actually tastes like fish. Or, you know, I actually had some shrimp a few weeks ago. I was like, man, I never thought I'd have shrimp again. Which, you know, it wasn't real, but you know, it tasted like it.
Yeah. So once they get, you know, they can get that flavor palette right, it's all she wrote. Pretty much you're gonna be popping a pill. Oh,
And that's
for
the
real? This tastes just like.
and that's the thing. Like, I don't come with a vaccine. Come with some information on how I don't have to take no vaccines. Like, I don't have to get sick, because there is a way to prevent COVID or from getting it as bad. But you're going to push a shot because it's easier and it's better for you.
Well, it's already been paid for. So them backdoor dealings and all of that stuff.
Right. Yeah. That's nasty.
Well, we're at 1:17. I was gonna close this right at an hour, but we've been trying to make this play happen.
I know. Right. We don't have either of them now. So I don't know how well that's going to work. They're going to miss the whole game looking for each other.
Well, all of this shit is overrated at this point.
Seems like they fumbled the ball.
Doo-doo-doo.
Glad to see you're feeling better. That's funny.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be able to make this connection tonight with them.
Yeah. About to call it a done deal.
So I think it was a good conversation.
Yeah.
A needed conversation. And like I said before, if y'all get the shot, fine. If y'all don't, good. Like, just don't push your opinion on me. I don't want to hear it. I don't care what you think I should do. I'm gonna do what I do. You do what you do, and be happy.
Yeah. Other than that, you know, I believe everybody should have a choice. That's my opinion. And
Definitely.
don't push your motherfucking agenda on me.
Definitely.
I look at it like what they say, free range chickens, free range cows. Hey, just leave me in the pasture. Just let me do what I do. You do you, I do me. Okay, that's it.
Exactly. Exactly.
I don't need to know your lifestyle. I don't need to know what you do behind closed doors. I don't need to know what you eat. If you're vegan, non-vegan, black, white, what,
Right.
bi, whatever. That shit,
Exactly.
I don't know why they bringing all this shit to the forefront. Like, oh, look at me, I'm this. Oh, look at me, I'm that. Oh, I don't write that. You're canceled.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't get it. Your choice. Exactly. Do your research and do some more research. And then do some research on how to cure it or prevent it.
Yeah.
Then you won't need a vaccine. You won't need none of that. You won't need to be on pills. You won't need none of that shit. Do your research.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, labels create the great
Exactly.
divide. Well, that's one thing. If the government can keep us divided and fighting while they pillage the coffers and take all the fucking money and make they underground bunkers and all kinds of other shit, so when shit go awry, they don't have to be punished and all of that stuff. They can just go live
On
off the
Mars.
underground or on Mars, whatever. That's what this shit coming down to.
Right.
Well,
Yeah. Do your research.
do your research. Hey, we got problems.
And we got solutions.